Kayla, one of the things that Jay and I talk about on the show is kind of how social has disrupted all different sorts of businesses. And I think that kind of almost goes without saying here in 2020. But I'm curious how social is disrupting the real estate business. One of my best friends in Austin is a real estate agent. And I watch how he leverages social at a exponentially crazy level. He's putting 2-3 videos a day up on YouTube. He's putting pictures of the houses that he's selling up on Instagram. He's putting pictures of everybody at the closing table that he sells a house to up on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. I'm curious kind of how you have seen the business change, even in the 3 years that you've been there as social media manager at Remax.
Oh, it's changed a lot. I mean, I've gone from a coordinator to a senior manager in 3 years. So if that says anything, it went from, I think my first post that I even created myself in Canva was Happy Easter. And it was this balloon. It was like an egg, but we made it a hot air balloon.
Like the Remax hot air balloon.
Yeah, exactly. And now I've been working a lot with the CEO over the last year and a half, 2 years, and we're all about video. So it's funny that you mentioned video, and we really kind of push for our agents to be that local community expert. Like as a national, we can't tap into all the community things happening around the world, but we can help our agents showcase themselves on social media outside of the advertising dollars being spent, like being that video expert, being that someone that is inside the community, and maybe they're going around and showcasing what the dog park looks like next to this home. And it's not just about this listing, right? Or this home for sale. It's about a community, which is what social media is all about, right? It's about connecting people and having this large community and kind of localizing your content to make sure that people know who to go to. And real estate, we were talking before this, it's the largest transaction in your entire life. And we have these people coming in, we call them iBuyers, that are like we'll purchase your home online and then just sell it, or whatever it is. And a real estate agent is really that person that's supposed to help guide you through the home buying process for all the things that could come up for the largest transaction of your life. You're not going to go buy knee surgery off Craigslist. Why would you do the same thing for your home, right? So social media has helped connect our agents to that larger community within their local sphere and helped them be that expert using video. I mean, we really push all of our agents to be doing video, and our CEO does a video every single day.
130,000 agents. I'm going to assume, and Kayla, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that you probably have many or most of those agents who are seeing the value of social. They're understanding, hey, I need to do this. My business is different than it was 4 or 5 years ago. This has gone from a nice to have to a must have. But you may have some that are more traditional. They've had their real estate license in their business for decades, and they're probably used to doing something a certain way. How has that real estate agent changed over the past decade or so? And what are you doing to kind of encourage them, not just to use social media, but to your point earlier, how to use social media in the right way?
Yeah, I mean, relationships is a big thing too. So I talked about community, but those older agents that maybe haven't bought into the idea of social media, they've established relationships maybe outside, offline, right? And those newer agents that are coming in are having to find this new way to do business of, people are used to being able to get answers quickly online. They're used to being able to establish a relationship with someone online before maybe they even know who they are. And so our agents have seen tremendous growth. I have a few agents in our sphere that all through organic, most of their businesses come from social media. Instagram specifically is one of the highest, I would say, lead generation channels. And Facebook, obviously. Facebook's that conglomerate that everyone kind of goes to. But being that visual platform, Instagram, we've seen a lot of success for our agents there. and specifically Instagram stories, where people can have that like kind of quick snap moment of where a home is or what it's listed at right now, and kind of getting that relationship being built between you and that real estate agent, again, before you ever meet them. So obviously there's a paid side to things, and I think some people have gone all in on the paid strategy, but we've really helped encourage our agents to, again, do video, and not just listing videos, but maybe it's them taking a tour around the home and showing people what they find to be the most compelling part about a home. That's what a real estate agent's there for, right? They're supposed to help you see things that maybe you wouldn't get from a photograph or from just a generic listing online.
Real estate is such a relationship-driven business in many cases. Do you use influencers to help change the way the public thinks about RE/MAX versus other real estate organizations in the U.S.?
I'm going to say yes, because we just launched our first influencer program like this year. So that's exciting for us. We started with our big convention. It's called RE/MAX R4. And we selected 7 individuals from across the US within our network that had some kind of influence, whether it be within a Facebook group, like a big Facebook group, or maybe they have a huge Instagram following. And we use them to help promote our event out to the rest of our network. So we actually currently are having an Instagram story takeover, and each one of them are doing their day in life of a RE/MAX agent. And I hope to continue this program after R4 is over to figure out what does that look like, especially with our global agents. Like, people are really interested to know like what our agents in Germany are up to, right? So, and how that differentiates across seas of what the home buying process is, or what people seek value in as far as what their homes are. So we've seen the payoff on the influencer program for our R4 event. We've had a lot of registrations. I think we're up by a few thousand registrants, and I'm not going to attribute it all to influencers, but it definitely paid a part, and we're excited to see where it goes next.
Kayla, what one tip would you give somebody who's looking to become a social pro?
I think go all in. With social media, you really have to invest a lot of your time, energy, not only at work, but also when you're not at work, into what you do. And that's how burnout happens. So being really invested in loving what you do, I think that's kind of like I kind of have to have a come of Jesus moment of like, do I really want to spend my weekends monitoring comments that come on the Facebook page? Is this something that I can sustain for the rest of my life, or the rest of this time I'm working for this company? And if you can accept that and go all in on what you do and love it, then you'll be fine. I mean, I love what I do, so I don't get annoyed when people contact me at 9:00 at night saying, hey, this was posted. What do you think? Should we take it down? Sure. Yeah, we probably should. So go all in is probably the best piece of advice I can give.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting, Kayla, and so true. It's sometimes hard, especially in company environments like the one that you're in. It's a public company. You think, well, I'm working for a corporation, so even though I'm in social media, because a corporation is going to be more of a corporation style job with corporation style expectations and hours. And that's not typically the case. I think it's really wise what you said there. And I think Social Pros listeners, many of whom have similar roles, will take that to heart and understand what you're saying. That, like, if you don't love social media, you probably suck at social media. So you neither, it's not a job that you can do halfway. That's for sure.
Absolutely.